And pressure is now certainly building on the Union Textile Minister and the former Telecom Minister B.J.P Maran to come clean on his role in the Aircel Maxis deal. This after the opposition parties have said that the DMK should either declare or deny the investments that have been reported in the news magazine.
In the NDA regime, it was decided that the pricing of spectrum shall be done by the Finance Ministry and the GOM. When Mr. Maran was the minister, he insisted, and Dr. Manmohan Singh obliged, because of prior concurrence of the DMK, that the pricing of spectrum shall go out of the GOM's loop. These are well-known facts. And in the opposition, purely in public interest, we are entitled to ask this question, and as a sitting minister, Mr. B.J.P Maran is obliged to answer. If Mr. B.J.P Maran does not respond to these questions, then his silence would not only be conspicuous, but too eloquent, and would only reinforce the apprehension there is something seriously wrong and a lot of rot is there.
There is only one slight difference, because at that point of time the Congress spokesman was telling that there is no loss, it's all notional. But now Mr. Raja and Kanimoji inside Tihar jail with several corporate bigwigs also, they are not willing to come forward. But the culpability of the PMO first to start with, because the financial transaction, and it's the same letter, the same drafted letter which was later used by Raja to threat the Prime Minister. He also, Mr. Maran, threatened that it is we decide the conditions, not the group of ministers, and financial factors should be taken out of the ambit of the group of ministers. So Finance Ministry has no role to play. It's a question of Nidhi, Kala Nidhi or Daya Nidhi, the trust, and the trust reposed on by the people to the government, and it is misused.
Of course, he is a holder of a public office, and if there's any truth in this expose, I think Mr. Maran definitely owes an explanation to the nation. He holds an office of trust. And according to me, these are not issues of just culpability. Culpability is something which would be decided finally by the courts in case where the investigation, the way it proceeds, the charge sheet, ultimately a trial if it takes place. But there's a larger issue which is coming up in all these matters, again with a rider, that if these allegations are true, of probity and propriety. Can people who hold public offices, can their relatives float companies which are recipients and beneficiaries of money from companies in turn who have benefited from these ministries? And the issues of crony capitalism will come up there.